And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you stand if able and remove your hats as the Hudson High School Swing Marching Band leads us in the playing of our national anthem. It will be conducted this evening by head senior Max Nicewander, featuring trumpet soloists Ryan Heckroth and Kai Kurikawa.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Hudson Memorial for tonight's Titanic Clash on the Hudson Community Television Fleet Response Game of the Week. I'm Michael Rickman, and back in the booth is Coach Matt Palumbo for this week's Tilt. We have Wadsworth, ranked number 5, Division I, Region 1, heading up against Hudson. Both teams 4-1. We'll talk more in a minute about where things stand here as we're in week 6 already. We want to say a big hello to the Wadsworth fans who are watching on Wadsworth Community Television tonight on a live co-broadcast, and welcome to them watching, and we appreciate the shared feed, and they do a tremendous job on their broadcast as well. So let's get this thing teed up a little bit, Coach. 3 R's tonight. The first one's reinvigorated. Last week, Hudson's offense diversified a bit. They got the ball moving in the air. Nair was 12 of 15, was player of the game. Ludwig was back after an injury. They ran the ball well. They threw the ball around a little bit. Trey Sharp had a big game. What do they need to do offensively this evening?
Yeah, Mike, I think, and it's great to be back. I think more of the same, Mike. A little bit more balanced. Peyton really played with a lot of confidence last week against Twinsburg Poise. And I think, Mike, too, it's about moving the chains today. Third down efficiencies, both offensively, and I know Coach Todd, Coach Goff are big on third down efficiencies, both of them, because when you come to these games where it's come down to 1 or 2 possessions, you got to keep possession of the ball and keep moving the chains. But I think I look for more of the same from Hudson offensively.
So for Wadsworth, the R I came up with today is resuscitate. This is a team that has built itself kind of back up after some tremendously huge years a few years ago. Now they're back at 4-1. They're sitting at 5 in Region 1, Division 1, and we'll talk more about who's above them. But they've got some weapons. They've got Kyle Figueroa at running back, who was 27 for 172 yards rushing last week, and quarterback Will Stuck. Wadsworth will kick off. And the third R tonight's rank and file. And we'll talk a little bit about the rank and file. It's also Hall of Fame night. And we got some big stars in the house. So Trey Sharp takes the kick, tries to get outside, but he's tackled down at the 10. So Wadsworth with a big play on special teams. And, Coach, I think special teams tonight, we've seen it in Wadsworth-Hudson games over the years, tend to have some really big plays.
We do. We've seen it firsthand, Mike. I think we're going to have a clip of one of the biggest plays ever. But on these games where the teams are so evenly matched, again, special teams, a third of the game, Mike. The kicking, snapping, punting, place kicking, it all comes into it. And then coverage. You see Wadsworth gets a great coverage there on Trey Sharp on their kickoff return, puts Hudson a little bit in the soup there on their own 10-yard line.
So Hudson will come out in their traditional run-pass option offense, the RPO. And we've got a penalty to start things off. As,
a little 5-yarder right out of the gate. Of course, we're going to see a lot of that, Mike. That's that sugar look where Hudson runs up to the line. They get the formation. They see what the defense is doing, what coverage is, and then they'll get the play signaled in from the sideline.
So 1st and 10 for Hudson. Hudson with 2 receivers at the top of your screen and at the bottom of the screen in Battleship Gray this evening. And Ludwig up the middle gets close to the first down, maybe a 6-yard carry. And so when we talk about Ian Ludwig, he's all-world, two-sport star in lacrosse and football.
And hockey, too.
And now hockey?
No,
okay.
he's a 3-sporter, Mike,
okay.
yeah. Yep.
There's a quick out. And captured quickly by the Wadsworth defense. And Wadsworth is a fine defense every year that Coach Todd puts them out there, and they battle, and they're big, and they're strong.
Just tremendously well-coached team. Justin Todd, one of the great coaches here in the Suburban League. See that outside zone there, stretch to Ludwig.
And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd and about 8 for Hudson.
You can see what we're going to see, Mike, from this Wadsworth defense. Very physical, quick to the ball. They want to move that front. They're in that 3-man front and have those 5 backers. And that second level, you can see it right there, that all can run really well and get to the football.
So in a cover 1, ball mishandled by Nair. He's got some time, throws it out of bounds because everybody was covered. All the routes were short.
Yep.
And Wadsworth had 8 guys in the box.
They did. So that looked like they were just right there, cover 0, Mike, where they were cover 0. It's just straight man-to-man, stack that box. And what they're doing, what that tells me is they think their DBs can handle our receivers one-on-one. They don't need any over-the-top help from safeties. We'll keep an eye on that.
So Hudson will punt here. And it's short. It's a shank. Gets a good roll, though, and goes out of bounds on the other side of the 50, about the 47, where Wadsworth will take over 1st and 10 at the 49 with their first look at their offense. And they've got Will Stack at quarterback. He had 51 yards and 3 touchdowns last week rushing, but he also was 14 of 18 for 161 yards passing versus Twinsburg. So he can move the ball around. They've got wide receivers, Drew Jones and Ryan Keaton, who can catch the ball, and then Kyle Figueray in the backfield. He's number 28.
Yeah, just simple QB stretch there. They got the edge. Yeah, Mike, we hear so many great things about the receiver Jones. Has put some big games together. Drew Jones seems to be the favorite target, and then obviously Figueray was a big producer for them last year.
So quick screen, ball pops off Figueray's hands, and it'll be 3rd and short.
So you see the difference there, Mike. So Hudson came out 3rd. This is where Coach Todd wants to be, 3rd and short, 3rd and 2. Coach Goff, the Hudson, their first, they were at 3rd and 7, right? So it's all about that efficiency, which we talked about, moving the chains, keeping possession.
Wadsworth also in a run-pass option. Gets outside is Figueray, and he gets down the sidelines for the first down. So into Hudson territory is Wadsworth, and inside the 40, 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yeah, Mike, the other thing, too, if there was, and it doesn't start with R, but if there was a 4th R and physical started with R, it would have been the 4th R, okay? Because usually these games always come down at pleasure to coaching a lot of these games with Wadsworth. The more physical team is always the team that comes out on top. We're going to keep an eye on that as we go.
So the big line of Wadsworth pushes them forward and gets the first down. So the big line includes number 54, Brady O'Connor, number 61, Gabe Lutke, among others, pushing Figueray for about 4 in a 2nd and 6. They go trips at the bottom of your screen in the white and red jerseys. The quick out to Figueray. I'm sorry, that's number 23, not 28, Gavin Madigan.
Yeah, nice job there from Louis Costello and Mike come down from that safety position. He's in for the injured Nolan Yannick at that bandit is what Hudson calls it. So it's essentially a strong safety position. So again, another one of these manageable 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, Mike, and they'll go with the 2 backfield set.
Handoff up the middle. Hudson does a good job. That's number 5, Colin Bachman, and number 50, Joshua Jacob, in on the tackle. Good read by the Hudson defense. And
yeah, really nice job too there, Mike, by Colin O'Gwyn, 33, coming from that Mike linebacker spot. Saw that gap, and that's what really you need to do as a Mike linebacker. You see that gap, you got to fill it. You got to fill that gap. One man, one gap, do that gap responsibility football that really serves Hudson so well. So they're going to go for it. Big play, Mike, here in the early stages of the game.
So trips high. It's a rollout by Stock, and he's sacked.
Oh, there we go.
Colin Bachman with the big stack on Will Stack. It rhymes a little bit, and maybe we'll show a replay on that and bring out the mega
Yeah, there we go. I can't wait. I've been so excited. You can see Boffman with a great play here.
So run the replay. Take a quick look at this, and then we'll come back and show you. So if we run that back again, and we're going to kind of highlight what's going on here. So
yeah, so they're going to get to the outside, keep them from coming to the outside. We're back to the action. So I'm 0 for 1 on the Megatron.
The Megatron.
Darn it, I knew I shouldn't have missed that training.
So the quick handoff to Ludwig up the middle. He's got room. Skips
there
one
we go.
Defender, gets all the way down to the 36 as Hudson takes that momentum for the 4th down stop, and good first play by Ludwig.
Yeah, tremendous job. We talked about it, Mike, year in and year out. You want to play receiver at Hudson, you better know how to block. And Trey Sharp with a tremendous block there. And also Nathan Judy, 16, blocking at that second level to turn that into a big explosive play for the Explorers.
Yeah, we saw Trey Sharp have that game that you always want to see somebody have that elevates their confidence and elevates their play-making ability, and that was Trey last week.
100%, Mike, and they needed him big time, and he made big plays at the right time for Hudson. That was a close game. Hats off to Twinsburg, very well coached team, probably the best Twinsburg team that I've seen in the last 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, they're much improved, and they gave Wadsworth all they could handle 2 weeks ago. It took some late scoring by Wadsworth to put that game ahead for them. They were down 24-21, but ended up winning 35-24. But
more cover 1 here, Mike.
They're
go
down the middle there. And incomplete.
Yeah, incomplete. That was, again, cover 1. So basically man up across with one single high safety. And the safety did a very nice job reading that to come over the top for Wadsworth. That free safety did a very nice job. But we're going to have our opportunities, Mike, if Coach Todd and the Grizzlies defensively stay in that man-free cover 1 to hit some big plays.
So Gavin Madigan, another good play by him here early this evening for Wadsworth on the defensive end, just the sophomore. So there's the handoff to Ludwig. Does that counter tray, but he's pushed back. Number 77, Noah Tefteller, one of many who were in there on the stop. So 4th down for Hudson at the 35. What are you doing, Coach?
Yeah, I'm probably going to kick, but I know Coach is going to go for it. I just think in one of these field position games, or these tough, close games, field position so important.
So rolling is Nair. He's looking downfield. He's got Sharp.
Oh, it's a great run. That's a great route by Trey Sharp right there. That's textbook route right there by Trey.
So Sharp with his first collection of the evening, and it's a first down for Hudson at the 24.
Peyton with a really well-thrown ball on time and on target, but it's all about the route here, Mike. This is a comeback route where Trey drives up the field, gets past the sticks, comes back, and Peyton delivers a perfect strike for a first down.
So right up the gut is Ludwig. He powers his way down inside the 20 to the 18.
There's that 3rd down, Mike, we talked about. Well, this was 4th down efficiency, but it's all about, you can see it right here. Maybe we're going to do it. We're back to the action.
So right up the middle again is Ludwig. He's got the first down, and maybe one or two more down to the 11, 12-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Hudson.
Yeah, nice job on this. Of course, it all goes with this O-line, Mike. Hudson's success offensively. Obviously, Ian Ludwig, one of the best running backs in all of the state of Ohio. But Tommy Ricard, Clapper, Parker Jenks, Babitsky, Andrew Lanham, the youngster, the sophomore, doing a nice job here imposing their will on the Wadsworth, that three-man front, and then getting up to that second level to turn into some big runs for Ludwig.
Yeah, those beasts of burden, as we nicknamed them a couple of years ago. And Ludwig, maybe one. It'll be 2nd down for the Explorers.
Mike, one of the things I want to keep an eye on, too, is there's going to be some opportunities here for Peyton Neer to pull the ball. Okay, we saw it a little bit last week at Twinsburg. He's done it a little bit because they are all selling out. Wadsworth is all selling out on Ludwig, right? So playing that, essentially slanting that front away from where he is in the backfield because they know that's where the ball's going if he takes it. So that means there's going to be a lot of open room there on the opposite side for Nair to run.
So the penalty was a sideline warning to Wadsworth, their first. And there's a quick handoff to Sharp. Tries to get outside.
We're going to get a
hold
there.
Right there.
Yeah, we're going to get a hold there. I think they might get Andrew Lanham, 64 here, potentially. And this is a big rule change, Mike. You guys have probably talked about this. Is the first year where holding is now not a spot foul. It's a penalty from the previous spot, which is in concert with pro and the college rule. So that's what we got there.
It'll be 10 yards. Push Hudson back to the.
There's a good opportunity here, I think, where we've seen it with that. I don't want to say it too loud because the Wadsworth are next to us, but get that wheel route of Ludwig coming out of the backfield because they're in that cover one. So his man may be lost in the wash there.
Nice play action there. Keeps it up the middle. Gets some of it back. He gets about 5, maybe 6. It'll set up 3rd down and about 14.
Yeah, nice little run there by Peyton. He's going to need to do more of that as we get further and further down. You get more tape on Hudson. Not that anybody knew. It's not a surprise that Ludwig is the bell cow, but you're going to have to make some adjustments on these teams selling out to stop Ludwig on the run game.
So last week, Ludwig had 116 yards rushing. And there he is up the middle. Big hole, can get outside. He'll get some more. And he does. He powers his way inside the 10 down to the 6. And be close to the 1st down, but a little bit, maybe 2 yards short. So 4th and 2, though, is a lot better than 4th and 10.
Yeah, you can see it right here. Just simple inside zone. He encircles the field and then breaks that tackle. Obviously, he's one of the strongest running backs in all of Ohio. Yards after carry.
So finally tackled by Will Reese, another sophomore. So this is somewhat a young defensive squad, but playing very well early.
Full backfield here. Handoff's going to go to Ludwig. He's going to get stopped.
And so Hudson will turn the ball over on downs at about the 7-yard line.
So both defenses, Mike Early, making big plays on 4th down. And Wadsworth defense gets off the field. They'll take over 1st and 10. The offense for Coach Todd will come out here with 4:10 to go here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 9-yard line.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about Ludwig's importance to this offense. I mean, in week 2, 345 yards rushing, breaking Josh Holden's record. Overall this year, 85 carries, 631 yards and 11 touchdowns. So when you look at the offense, it starts there.
It starts there, and he's been doing it for 3. This is 3rd year doing it. Obviously a 4-year varsity player. His older brother Brady was a tremendous running back for Hudson. It's either there's a ball. Get on the ball. Oh, Trey Sharp's going to be a touchdown.
Maybe.
Oh my goodness, Trey, that's a touchdown. Wow.
Well, one question is, was that a catch?
Let's see a replay right here.
We'll have some replay and maybe bring the mega drawinator out here.
Yeah,
Trey Sharp on the.
Mike, it's always about the football move. Does he make a football move here? You can see the quick game. He gets it, takes a couple of steps, and then he just loses. he loses a handle on it. And then Trey, the athlete right here, picks it up, stays in bounds. One hand. That's impressive.
Touches the pylon, and it's 6-0, just like that by Hudson's defense. And
just like it looked, just couldn't hang on to it, Mike. Just one of those things.
Brad Masella in for the extra point at 4:01, so 10 seconds.
Ooh, high snap.
But it's
good hold. Really great, terrific hold there.
No good.
No good.
No good.
Yeah, so the snap was a little high. You can see it right here. Peyton Neer does a good job getting it down. That just threw off the timing, Mike. You could see we're going to get the snap's going to be somewhere up in that area, I think. And, yeah, gets a good job of getting it down. But any of that, it's all timing. That's such a precise thing, and then just that little thing can throw off the kicker. But a good, good turn of events there, Mike, for the Explorers. They get stuffed on 4th and 2. Wadsworth comes out. Hudson does a really nice job to take away that quick game, and get the turnover, and then Trey Sharp takes it in for the touchdown, 6-0. It's going to be a barn burner, Mike. It always is when these two teams get together. There's been some great games here. Of course, the 2011 playoff game down at Benson at the Hall of Fame. That was the Jack Snowball game where he just ran all over Hudson. Has been one of the things I think probably fondly remembered there by the folks watching the game in Wadsworth. Oh,
so Wadsworth there. Kick returner number 11, Tyler Probst, picks it up and gets some yardage. And
got some shenanigans going on.
Shenanigans, and there's the flag.
Somebody's going to get a flag there. I don't know. One of those things where you could go both ways. It looked like both of them maybe were going at it. But
Ryan Keaton was the last one on it. If you'll freeze it for a second, and we'll go to the Drawinator here.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we're now live with the Mega Drawinator. You can see runners going this way, but watch this guy right here on your screen as we roll the tape. Actually right here, yeah.
Yeah, so that's back there. Who knows?
Yeah.
There was some business.
Right here it is down on the bottom.
Giving them the business, right?
Giving them business. Yeah, it was number 19, Probst, picked up that penalty. So it pushes them back. 1st and 10 from the 15 as we get coordinated on the Megatron here. We're still looking for a sponsor. You can see how valuable that might be. So the
QB
stock
draw there
with the QB draw up the middle picks up 5, maybe 6. Nice. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, we need a sponsor. Anybody out there in TV land, the Drawinator, get some massive foot traffic to your store or restaurant.
So we got 4 receivers down here setting up the blocks, and that's number 23, Madigan.
Yeah, Mike, it's just a numbers game, right? So anytime that they see they have 3 receivers over 2 defenders, they like their chances on that, and they're going to audible that and just go to that quick game. A lot of quick game you're going to see tonight from Coach Todd.
So 2 teams that are very similar, both in the size of their players as well as the quality of play. The quality of coaching is it's a 5-yard illegal motion penalty on the offensive line. So pushing back, it'll be 1st and 15 now for Wadsworth.
Yeah, I think they got Max Hatfield 65 for Wadsworth on the procedure. So that'll put him behind the stick, 1st and 15. Again, with the quick game, you got to come
Hudson.
up and make that play there. You got to come to balance. But this is what they like to do, Mike. It's basically a variation of the running game. You get the ball to the perimeter. They like their receivers. They like the physicality of their receivers. They try to get them, Coach Todd, all of his teams try to get their receivers involved because they're usually big physical kids that can run well, and you can see that with the quick game there. They pick up 5 yards.
That trips high. And little play action almost.
That's a nice little
Stock's got room. One guy to beat on this side. And Hudson trying to catch him from behind. Finally, Trey Sharp catches him at the 5, maybe the 7-yard line. Great play by Stack.
Yeah, you can see it. We get the replay right here. You can see just that it meant to go, he just does that cutback to the weak side. It meant it was just basically a quick option to the left. He cuts it back just as an athlete, makes a play. Big gain for the Grizzlies.
And the Grizzlies are going to take out timeout. So let's go to the Mega Drawinator and that last play, and let's let Coach Matt do some drawing for you.
Yeah, see, normally what they want the play to come here, they're going to run a quick, just an option pitch. And what happens is you get some great pursuit here by Hudson, but this end back here on the backside really has to look for this cutback. And what I think probably happens is he gets sucked up here somewhere, and then the quarterback, finds that seam and is able to cut back to the right.
So run it.
Actually, he stayed. That was just a really well blocked play, and good instincts there by the Wadsworth quarterback. And we're back to live action.
So 1st and goal. The handoff up the middle. Hudson does a good job of closing that off as that's Madigan up the middle. Again,
Mike, it's one of those things on, it's a one gap. I know we've talked about it over the years. One man, one gap. So everybody on the defense has a gap. Nobody's asked to cover 2 gaps. And you get in a situation if you get 2 in one gap where you have somebody that's trying to do somebody else's job, that's when the big plays happen on the cutback.
So we'll talk a little more about gaps and maybe highlight that on the Mega Drawinator in a couple minutes. There's, again, the quarterback sneak up the middle. Stack gets down to the 2.5, and it'll be 3rd and goal from the 2.5. So Hudson defense needs to rise up a little bit here and try to get the stop.
Yeah, it's just rinse and repeat, Mike. They're going to go. They like Stack. They like Jones. They like this quick game. So they're going to pound Hudson with that quick game on bubble screens and that kind of thing, and then come back with a QB draw every three or four plays and just keep hammering it.
So full house backfield, Figueroa in as a blocker. Hudson does a good job. They push him back.
Now this is a big play coming up here now, Mike. Fourth and looks like at about the half-yard line.
So Figueroa gets down close to the end zone. 4th and goal. They're going to go right away. Full house backfield. Hudson trying to call timeout. They're not able to get it.
Oh,
But
they
Hudson stuffed him nonetheless.
And it just looked like Wadsworth was a little bit discombobulated, Mike. They were a little out of sorts, and that's what happens sometimes. There's 2 schools of thought, right? When it's 4th down, you go really fast so the defense can't sub in their big guys. But again, it just looked like their cadence and rhythm was out of sorts a little bit, and Hudson obviously makes a great play.
So we're going to watch this again, and then we'll run the telestrator in a second here. So if you'll stop it, reset it, let Matt do some drawing. Okay,
so look, you should see the good look there at the quarterback. They want to run it right up the middle. If you run it looks like they want to hit it.
So we're live. We'll try that again in a little bit here. Is Hudson first and 10 from the 3, maybe the 4.
They'll come out in the full house at Maryland High.
Ludwig is stuffed early. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1 as Wadsworth does a very good job of getting on top of that.
We've seen Mike in the first we're still in the first quarter, right?
Yeah, 40 seconds to go. This may be the last
3
play.
huge fourth down plays. You go 3-4 weeks without seeing big plays like that. We've seen 3 of them from both teams combined here in the first 12 minutes.
So 2nd and 11 for Hudson at their 2. Quick handoff. Powered up to about the 5, maybe the 6. It'll set up 3rd down in about 7 or 8.
Coach will he could take it to the quarter if he wants to and switch ends and talk about it a little bit. But again, another big play coming up here it'll be when we restart the second quarter or start the second quarter, 3rd and 8 for the Explorers.
And Hudson just picked up some sort of penalty after the quarter ended. So we'll see what that is after we take a short break to hear from some of our sponsors. And we'll be right back on Hudson Community Television Fleet Response Game of the Week.
The Hudson Community Television Fleet Response Game of the Week is sponsored by Fleet Response, a specialized auto third-party administrator offering claims, safety, and compliance solutions. Audio-Technica, producing high-quality audio for everyone. Manufacturing headphones, turntables, and microphones, all while retaining the belief that great audio should be accessible to all. The Hudson Area Chamber of Commerce has a mission to create opportunities for members to build successful businesses while enhancing the quality of life in Hudson. Meridian Oasis Vacation Home is your family's 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom pool home located.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Hudson Memorial Stadium and Murdoch Field on a spectacular first day of fall. The leaves are turning red, and Wadsworth is in the red. Down 6-0 here in the first, at the end of the first quarter. Hudson picking up a fumble recovery for the touchdown deep in Wadsworth's territory. And Hudson now deep in its own territory on 3rd and 8 as they come out for second quarter action. So we're ready to go. Hudson looks to the sideline. You'll see the scorecards on the side, maybe Gumby and a few other mems, as they call them, the young folks call them, I think. So Nair back to pass. He looks around.
Oh, good throw there.
Room to run. A bunch of yak out to the 30.
What a tremendous
7-yard line. First down.
Kate Fontana, great adjustment and great throw by Peyton there, Mike. When the play breaks down like that, scramble drill, their coach, the receivers are coached to go to open spaces just like in any other sport, and Peyton does a great job finding Cade, who just sort of sat down there in the zone, and a big play by the Explorers there to get out of the soup.
So 1st and 10 for Hudson at the 38. Quick handoff to Ludwig. He looks for some space, powers it out to the 42. It'll be 2nd and 7. Again, welcome to all of the Wadsworth viewers on the Wadsworth Community Television Network. We appreciate you tuning in and hope you enjoy the broadcast. I know we enjoy the Wadsworth broadcast as well. And a run by Ludwig out to the 44. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Mike, I think this is going to be a good opportunity here, maybe to hit a boot here, fake this stretch into the boundary, get a boot here back to the field, because Wadsworth really selling out on the run game right now.
Yeah, when we talk about 8 in the box, they've got 7 this time. Quick out. Hudson gets the first down.
We're going to get a holding there.
So the receivers over there, yeah.
Nate Judy there, 16, maybe with a little bit of a tug of the jersey.
So they'll move that back from the 44 to go all the way back to the 34 and set up I got to do math. Matt, this is tough. It'll be 3rd and about 14.
Yeah, no, that's weird, because I didn't think that was, maybe that's the way they're doing it in high school, but typically once the ball goes back past the line of scrimmage, then it does become a 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
So there on the roll, looking downfield, throws it up, and it's incomplete. That's good
so that'll bring up
coverage
4th
by
down.
Travis Graham, the Wadsworth defender, on Cade Fontana.
Right, Mike, because I'm telling you, right, let's say we get a 40-yard gain and their holding is down here by the 15-yard line, they're not going to take the ball and take it all the way back 10 yards from the spot of the previous possession. So I'm not sure that was correctly.
Well, I think it was close to where the line of scrimmage was, where the holding penalty was, as Hudson punts it. Good punt. Oh, but it checks up. Checks up like a Dennis Lawler wedge.
Pro V1, Pro VX, one of those. I know Dennis likes those premium Pro V1 X.
Yeah, it's got lots of dimples and lots of backspin on those. So 1st and 10 for Wadsworth. Dennis Lawler, the Hudson women's golf coach, does a fantastic job.
Son Callahan Lawler having a tremendous year this fall on the golf team, going really low very often. Got to bring him on some scrambles.
I try to go high.
Well, he's scoring low. You score high.
Isn't that the idea, to get as many strokes in for the dollar as you can as a handoff to Figure? He gets a -1 on that play. So Tegan O'Gwyn, who has had a great game picking up for Ludwig as a running back, as a quick slant.
Yeah. Little RPO action there, Mike, where they pulled it. Quarterback pulled it. He's reading that weak Will linebacker to see if he bites on the run, and if he does, then he throws it over the top. If he plays the pass, then they hand the ball off to the running back.
Well, that was intended receiver Ryan Keaton on that slant. And we'll have to have you explain a little more what a Mike linebacker is other than me and a Will linebacker.
Yeah, so Mike is just in the middle of the field, right? So it's a middle linebacker, whereas Will typically goes to the weak side of the formation. So if a team is strong one side, they send that weak linebacker to they'll come back with the draw. And again, that edge, he's got that edge.
So 4 receivers,
killing
not
us.
able to get quite clear, but he does pick up 8, so it's going to be 4th and 2, and probably allows Wadsworth to go for
I would
this.
go for it. It's one of these games.
But you didn't want to go for it when it was 4th and at their 35.
Yeah, I think it's one of these things.
Here,
I think you have to. I think it's consistent in the flow of the game, right? And obviously, the Coach Todd disagrees with me.
I think that makes you 0 for 2, Coach.
Yeah,
they're not listening to you tonight.
Not listening. Take 1 week off, and then that's it. Okay, that's it.
I mean, you're paid. You
good
lose
for
all
your
the credibility.
And
counsel and
that 401k is phenomenal here at HCTV. Oh, there's the fake.
And they get the.
They stuffed him.
Stuffed him.
They stuffed him.
So Tegan O'Gwyn, Noah Broski, number 31, stops Meg Madigan.
So very interesting, Mike. So what Hudson did is they went punt safe. Okay, so what that means is you leave your defense on the field and you don't bring in your punt return team. And when you go punt safe is when your antenna goes up and you think maybe there's going to be a fake. So I'm going to leave my defense and play the down, and that's exactly what happened. So great job there by the Hudson staff to sniff that out.
Replay back up. So Hudson quickly back out here on offense. 1st and 10. As we get into the second quarter here, 9:28 to go.
See if they can get this running game going. They've got 21 personnel, 2 tight ends in there. Hand off to Ludwig over to the left side.
So 1st down, picks up maybe 2. It'll be 2nd and about 8.
So, Mike, it's a numbers game, right? So with those 2, Wadsworth committing 7, 8 guys to the box. Here they've got 3, right? So Hudson's trying to spread them out a little bit. So that's what I think they might want to do, is just keep that spread going and remove more of those defenders outside the box.
So Ludwig up the middle, picks his way for 1, maybe 2. It'll be 3rd and 6. Remember, at halftime, we'll have the Hudson Swing Marching Band Extravaganza, as well as the Wadsworth Band in its entirety. So all you band fanatics, stay tuned for that. It's also a Hall of Fame weekend. We'll mention the honorees throughout the broadcast.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's it. It should be pass interference.
Did he catch it? Nope.
No, but I think there's pass interference on that. Let's take another quick look at that one before the next play here. So let's see if there's contact before the catch. Yeah, he was all over him. That should have been pass interference. Intended receiver Nathan Judy. They get away with that one. Hudson quickly out to punt. Wadsworth with a good chance for the block and a good bounce down the field this time, and it goes down to the 15s where it'll be 1st and 15.
Good punt there by Nolan Tanner, Mike, who's taking over the punting duties for Nolan Yannick, who unfortunately went down last week.
So that's next Nolan up.
That's right. That's right.
So Wadsworth 1st and 10 from the 15. Remember, also at the end of tonight's game, we will give away the Olympic Awards player of the game to the Hudson player that is voted upon by primarily the booth this year. For some reason, they didn't like all the kicker choices that I had, but so handoff up the middle, and Hudson doing a really good job on Figueroa this year. I mean, this week, he had 172 yards last week rushing against, what was that, Brecksville Broadview Heights last week that they had? No, they had, Brecksville last week. Beat them 24-13, Wadsworth did, to go 2-0 in the conference. Suburban League National Division. Quick handoff is faked, and Stack, who's had a good night so far, he picks his way up to 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 4. So 6-0 here, 7:29 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, one of these 3rd and short here, Mike, 3rd and 2. And we'll keep an eye on Big 77 for Hudson, Alex Romano, who's done a great job there at nose. See if Wadsworth will look to convert.
So the sweep for Figueroa. He's stopped in the backfield. Good job by Hudson's defense. Yeah. Read that well. These two teams know each other very well, so you got to start thinking about how to do a little more diversification than you normally would this early in the season.
Mike, looked like the youngster, 22, the sophomore, Louis Castellarin right there coming up from the bandit position. Read it beautifully. Great form tackle there by Louis.
So a punt for Wadsworth. Hudson almost gets there. It's a beautiful punt. Room to run. Sharp gets outside.
Oh, nice
gets
tackle
inside
there.
the 50 after a gain of 2.
Oh, boy, we got somebody down.
So player down for Hudson. Not sure. Can't get a number, and not sure where the injury is impacting him. We won't speculate. We'll take a second. Talk about the first inductee to the Hall of Fame tonight was Hudson boys lacrosse team coach for 23 seasons, including the 2011 OHSAA state championship, and that's David Blue. During his tenure with Hudson lacrosse, 300 victories for David as coach, and we congratulate him.
Yeah, Mike, here's the thing about David Blue. Obviously, tremendous coach for Hudson. He basically built this championship lacrosse team. But here's a guy probably built and elevated the entire Northeast Ohio lacrosse. I mean, he did such a great job as an ambassador of the sport, not only in Hudson, but really all over Northeast Ohio, and just well-deserved. A great coach that impacted the lives of so many young men here in Hudson.
Well, and lacrosse has really accelerated as a sport in Northeast Ohio as well as the Midwest. And I know when we first moved here a long time ago now, it was the first place we had been that had lacrosse as a high school sport. And so this in this part of the country, and it's just continued to accelerate. And some great athletes. You got a pro league now. You used to hear about Syracuse and Loyola Maryland and some of those schools,
right.
But now the Midwest has got lacrosse, and Ian Ludwig has a lacrosse scholarship to Michigan. So
Utah.
Okay. For some reason I thought it was Michigan, but good out pattern, close to the first down is number 22, Louis. You're going to have to pronounce that one
I know.
for me.
I'll take all the Italian names.
Okay, so
Castellarin.
Okay.
Yeah, Louis does a wonderful. He just made a great play on defense, and then makes a great catch here on offense on the bubble, and gets those shoulders turned up Mike, and gets north and south and gets a nice gain here for the Explorers.
Except that we're some sort of penalty.
Don't know.
Some confusion. Twilight Zone theme comes on.
Look at the
Let's take
replay again. Just
replay.
a quick game here. Get out to Louis. It's important to get, like he did, get up north and south, lowers the shoulder. Really nice job running behind his pads.
So maybe a holding call. That's the way Hudson's moved back quite a bit.
Yeah, this is a killer.
So back
Well, they moved the
to
chains.
50. I don't know why they're moving the chains.
Maybe that play didn't count.
Oh, personal foul after. So a personal foul penalty after the first down. So they moved it back 15 and it'll start at first
Okay,
down.
so we're back where we started.
But it's first down.
First down. And that play counted, right?
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
kind of a do-over.
That is the Twilight Zone. You're traveling through
The dimension.
Yeah. That'll give sight and sound, but
Hudson with the illegal
yeah, we're going to
procedure.
get another 15. Just real sloppy here, Mike, for week 6.
Now, this is a big game, and we talked about ranks and file. Hudson comes in tonight, and they're, Cleveland Paint Dealer has them at number 7. They're about 15 statewide in Division II. They're number 5 in Division II, Region 5.
Which is the toughest region in all of high school football, in my mind,
Yeah, I think
irrespective of division.
I think that's right, and I think Region 1 is the toughest Division 1 region, which Wadsworth is in. And
Yeah.
we'll talk about who's above here for a second. Holben is in first, obviously, in Hudson's Division 2 region. Riverside's 5-0, and they're a solid program. Walsh is sitting at 3. We've played them the last 2 years in the playoffs in the second round. Nordonia's sitting at 4, and Hudson will have Nordonia in 2 weeks. Hudson at 5, St. Vincent St. Mary at 6, Shaker at 7, and Austintown Fitch at 8. And Mayer down the middle has got his man. That's Fontana again. He picks up a big bunch of it. Going to be close to the first down.
Just a tremendous ball fake there, Mike. A lot of quarterbacks on that boot and that fake, they get lazy with it. You put the time in to practice it, it really freezes that second level and defender. That's what they're trying to do.
So Hudson going fast. We can't show you, draw it up for you, but Ludwig gets tackled. If we can go back to the last play, if we have it on replay, maybe we can freeze it and do a little drawing for you on the Mega Telestrator. So if you watch on this play, you're going to see the play action and then the receiver over the middle as he was crossing and for the first down.
Yeah, that you just want to get those second level defenders that get kind of sucked up a little bit, make that throw a little better.
So quick out, sidesteps his way down the sideline is number 6, Nolan Tanner. So it'll be third down and about 10 for Hudson. As Hudson, a long drive. They've not particularly gone far, but they've held the ball for about 3 minutes here or so. Slowed this game down a little bit, let the clock run as it's 6-0 Hudson, down to 4:30 here in the second quarter as Nair rolls. And he's a little short, as that's Louis again. Pronounce it for us.
Castellarin.
I keep wanting to go Castellarin or something like that. But. So Hudson's going to punt here, or at least show punt. 4th down from the 40.
Hurry up. Could have got,
There's the snap. Good. Oh, they got him.
Oh,
It's going to be 15.
That'll be a first down.
Hopefully nobody's hurt on that. It was a big collision.
You could see, Mike, they're coming after the punter every time. Look, you got a new person punting. You got Nolan Tanner taking over. And you can see it right here.
Gets up
Good
slowly.
snap. Yeah, just anytime. Ooh, they were lucky there, boy.
Yeah.
Anytime you go into that plant leg, you're going to get it every single time.
So Hudson
big play there, Mike. Big
gets the first down on the penalty. So they'll keep the drive alive with 4:18 to go. Madigan, who's had a really big first half, was in on that, and he came up a little bit gimpy.
Mike, I'd like to see us come out here and throw on first down. I would. I think because you get a little of that play action that we do on third down, we might have some open seams. We'll see what happens here. Peyton's going to get that run. That's a good run there. Gets to the outside. Well done there.
Down to the 20.
You can see it, Mike. They're just selling out on Ludwig. And Coach Todd is saying, hey, we don't want Ian Ludwig to beat us. We want anybody else in gray. And we got the gray uniforms tonight, Mike, which I believe it's the first time this year we've had them. It's always a special time when they pull out the gray Storm Explorer uniforms. Hudson will move those chains. Looks like it's first down. The inside zone there to Ludwig, and they'll move the chains here with 3:46 and counting, Mike. First and 10. There's
Ludwig up the middle, picks up 5. So second and 5 now. Yeah, the second Hall of Fame inductees, we had David Blue, the coach of lacrosse. And now our second inductees are the 2011 boys lacrosse team, who outscored their opponents 320 to 127 and posted a record of 21-1 on their way to state championship, as we have a timeout. I believe it was Wadsworth on that timeout.
Yeah, they're a little gas, Mike, on defense.
Now they've been out there a good 5 minutes of time on the clock and had to come back out after the punt penalty. But the members of the boys lacrosse team in 2011, Rob Lynett, Pat O'Loughlin, Corey Nye, Tyler Zickel, Zach Vihar, Chris Reitnauer, Justin Zickel, Dirk Wilch, J.D. Lease. The trainers on that team, Dan DeVoe, and we continue to pray for Dan as he is recovering and doing a good job of his recovery, and Melanie Bittenkuffer. Assistant coaches Peter Park, John Park, Todd Seidel, and Bobby Lyle. And we talked about the head coach, David Ballou.
Couple, Mike, I just want to say on that list, too, we love our dual sport athletes. So we got Zach Vihar, Chris Reitnauer, J.D. Lease, Connor Locke, all great football players as well. Had a pleasure to coach a lot of those guys. And that was a tremendous state championship team in 2011. Those guys will live in infamy.
Hand off to Ludwig. He tries to get outside, stumbles his way down to the 5. It'll set up third.
I don't know. Is that 3. Right? Are they going to live in infamy? That might not be the right. I might have failed the SAT there.
Well, infamy means historic. Usually more of a negative historical incident.
We'll never forget them. We'll never forget that team.
As a lot of them will say in an interview, it was one of the greatest moments of my life. And down to the 1 maybe for Ludwig, and we get a penalty again.
Here we go again.
And a little more given the business.
This is going to be a big penalty on Hudson.
The question is, who was it on? And
this is going to be terrible if it's on Hudson. They go from the half-yard line back to the 15.
They're pointing at Wadsworth, but that's always not necessarily the best indication when the team's pointing.
You got to keep your composure here, Mike, because, look, you're in here on the half-yard line. You try to, let's see what the call is.
Dead ball foul, personal foul on Wadsworth, so Hudson will get half the distance.
Yeah, Mike, so that's one of those things.
First and goal.
You want to stir it up a little bit if you're on defense, because if you get a penalty, it's quarter of a yard.
No harm, no foul.
If it's on you, you get the second guy, so that's a good job there by the Explorers.
So it'll be first and goal from about 1.
And maybe looks like they're going with the full house backfield at Maryland I, and Coach Todd will counter that with bringing some of the big uns in. And this looks like maybe the Bush push.
You know how much I like a quarterback sneak down here, and it is for the touchdown. As Peyton
there it is. Great job there.
Takes it in, and Hudson opens up the lead. It's 12-0 here with 2:32. A beautiful series of downs by Hudson as they keep the ball for about 5.5 minutes and finish it with the touchdown. Drive was about only 60 yards, but it was a very tough, physical 60 yards. and wear down that defense. And Hudson will kick the extra point opportunity here. And that's Brad Mazzella.
Another one of those Italians, Mike. Get a good job on that one. Oh, high snap
A
again.
little high, yeah. But it looks good.
Yeah,
we
good
were
job.
a little premature on that the last time, but
Wasn't quite as high. Mike, great job there. Look, Hudson gets the break. You got to take advantage of breaks like that where you get the personal foul, roughing the kicker, you keep the possession. Now you got Wadsworth's defense. It's Mike, here's the psyche. You see the look here, the replay with a fake there by Ian. The psyche of the defense. You get a great stop on third down. You force that team to punt. You're on the bench getting coached by your position coach, and you're getting water and you're getting a blow and getting some air. And then all of a sudden you got to go back out because there's a penalty and Hudson gets to keep the ball. And Coach Goff and the offensive staff did a wonderful job. Again, you see Peyton Neer did a wonderful job. They're sort of matriculating and looking where the opening was to get it over the goal line. And then you hear defense, and you got to go back out. And it's a demoralizing thing. And Hudson just ran behind and the big guys up front and converted for that 7 points.
So Mazzella will kick off here.
They're expecting
Grizzlies.
a pooch. Look at that pooch, Mike. They got 9 guys within 20 yards of the football there, 25 yards. So maybe if you could just
Hudson
drop
pooches
it.
deep
He's going to go a line
end
drive.
zone.
Little knockdown.
Knock down 5-iron way.
Yeah, underneath the wind. Spin it back.
Or under the trees for me. But so Wadsworth will come out 1st and 10 at the 20.
They've got 2 timeouts, Mike, and we'll see what they want to do. Obviously, they're more of a ball control. They like as we've talked about, the quick game, run the quarterback draw. We haven't seen much verticality, right, to the passing game, which you're going to need here to try to score here before the end of the half. They'll come out and empty.
Yeah, they go 4 receivers on the top of your screen.
They might want to come. They got man-to-man here on the bottom of the screen. You may be coming down here to the bottom.
They almost had enough guys for a band formation over there.
That was a little wraparound draw.
Figure A unable to get anything going, and it'll be 2nd and 11 on the loss of 1.
That was the old Cincinnati Bengal draw, Mike. Booby Clark. The old wraparound draw, the Paul Brown special. We'll see what they're going to do.
Hudson ran that a lot.
Yeah, that's a good play.
Number of years ago.
Especially in this era of, rollouts and trying to get the ball to the edge.
So play action.
Oh, now they had a double move there.
And Hudson gets some pressure, but the ball going to go down deep.
Great catch there.
Pass interference and the catch at the 45 as the Hudson receiver lost track of the Wadsworth man. Bumped into him, and he still made the catch. That's Ryan Keaton. So let's take another look at that.
Yeah, just a good job here. Again, the play breaks down. Be an athlete, get out there. Looked like he pushed off. Look, that should have been maybe offensive interference from looking at that replay. I mean, the receiver pushed off, made a great catch.
So catch by Drew Jones, number 2, and that was a fantastic catch out of that. A lot of bump and run going on that.
Yeah,
one.
Oh yeah.
Need more bump and run.
I love it, yeah. I mean, old school. Get some stick 'em out. Lester Hayes.
All the way down from his ankles, all the way up to his
There's that backside.
elbows.
There's nobody there.
So some running room for Stack. He gets out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 1:31 to go. He's out at about the 49. It'll be 2nd and 5.
If we can get a replay on that previous one, I don't know if we'll have time, but that's one of the things I do. I want to kind of get the telestrator, the drawinator.
Yeah. Yeah, we can show where when you talk about the backside, what we're
you can see
meaning.
that right over here. So this end on this side, as the flow goes this way, he's got to be disciplined. Oh no, that's the wraparound.
Hudson breaks that one up. It'll be 3rd down. And if we advance to the next play on the replay.
Well, we're back to action here. So
it's moving quick. You can't draw fast. You get to be quick draw. Quick draw, Palumbo.
Coach Goff, Wadsworth's going fast. It's tough to keep up.
So the 1:27 to go here in the half.
It's a big play here, 3rd and 7. 1:27 here. They're going to go empty, 3-2.
So quick over the middle slant.
Oh, yeah.
Incomplete.
Wow.
Now it's up 4th down. Yeah, before we get to the half, let me mention our first big-time celebrity in the house tonight, a Hall of Fame reception for maybe the best golfer in Hudson High School history. He was a 4-time All-Western Reserve Conference selection, a 3-time captain for the Explorers, leading him to 3 state tournament appearances. He continues his golfing career. And here's the punt.
Nice.
Hudson with a good
Nice
pressure.
poise there. They didn't. That'll go all the way down.
And that goes into the end zone. So touchback. He'll bring it out to the 20. It goes out of bounds at about the 16, 17-yard line with 1:13 to go. We were talking a lot of golf here this first half, and this guy went on to continue his golfing career at Kent State, where he was a 3-time All-American for the Golden Flashes, won 7 tournaments, and was Kent's Male Athlete of the Year in 2011. That was a big year, 2011. Then went out onto the pro circuits, and that's 2007. From the class of 2007 and the 2023 Hall of Fame inductee, John Hahn. So congratulations to John.
Player.
And he was here this evening or before the game. Big handoff there by Ludwig as Hudson tries to kill the clock here to end the first half, not taking any chances with 1 minute to go.
Looks like Coach Todd. Well, he's got 2. He might take a timeout after this play, and then take a timeout after the 3rd down play, and then force a Hudson punt. But if he does, Hudson can run this clock out.
Yeah, they can run it down pretty far and then run the play. So best he hopes for is maybe 25 seconds if he uses his timeouts the way you have described. As Ludwig gets outside, though, and that's going to get a first down. Well, close to the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Well, pretty good spot by the up official.
And Hudson could take it to. They're going to get.
They gave him the first down. So Hudson
down.
can now run out the clock here in the half with 24 seconds to go. That probably will take it to the half, not even have to run a play.
Mike, this Hudson Hall of Fame is always a special weekend, right? And it just, you look at how eclectic the group is of the new inductees. It's just amazing. It's a testament to just the athletic program that we have here at Hudson and have for many, many years. Of course, Ed Sogan over the years was a great AD. Ray Ebersol, now Mike Chupa, who I think is top-notch, one of the best really in all of Ohio, and we're fortunate to have him. And obviously the support that the athletic department, the program gets from the administration is great. Athletics, Mike, it's not extracurricular. It's co-curricular. It's part of the experience and the education for kids here that at all high schools, such an important part of their experience.
So they rewound the clock to 25 and started it after the first down. Hudson will run a play here. There, keeps it, gets 6 or 7, and it'll be the last play of the half. At halftime, stay tuned.
Coach is going to call timeout.
Oh, okay. Well, that allows me to plug the halftime extravaganza. So,
Mike, I did hear it is an extravaganza. I did hear that. It is.
The fanfare surrounding this week's marching band performances has been palpable. So at halftime, we'll start with the Wadsworth marching band, and then you'll get the pleasure of the Hudson Swing marching band, both performances in their entirety. So stay tuned. Again, we welcome the Wadsworth Community Television audience for that extravaganza here at Hudson on a perfect fall evening. Maybe it's 68 degrees right now. The wind died down, clear skies, and it's going to be a good fall.
Yeah, this is one of those great Northeast Ohio fall evenings, right? It's just the low humidity. Where else would you want to be than Murdo Field out here at Hudson Memorial Stadium? Great crowd, great rivalry out here, these kids out here competing, ready to see a couple of great bands that are going to perform. They've practiced all week. So this is America, Mike. This is what it's all about. High school football, the Friday night lights.
And I know at halftime I'm going to enjoy this Sunday as we get some great food before the game from Don Patrone's.
It looks like it's melted nice there too.
Yeah, Mike. It's going to be soft. And
I wish I had brought one of those
little mini M&Ms on it. And we're going to be having some of that at halftime. The tacos before the game were excellent. The chips were excellent. So thank you, Don Patrone. As Nair going deep. He's got him down the sideline.
Oh, man, that's Nathan Judy.
Nathan Judy catches it, and
Another
there's
one
still
of
7
those.
seconds to go.
Another one of those super softs, Mike. You
So
hear so
Hudson.
much about from Hudson that sophomore Nathan Judy can do it all defensively, offensively.
Well, he's a big receiver. Reminds me a little bit like, from Wadsworth, Mitch Evans.
Mitch Evans, yeah.
Who's got a kind of a boring game
Big
this
game,
weekend.
big game,
Boring.
big game. They got the green jerseys coming out, Mike, I hear at South Bend.
Ooh, well, you do that, then you better win it. So Nair going to go looking downfield again. He's under pressure, throws it down, out of bounds as
That'll do
time
it.
ticks off for the half.
But I like it. I like it, Mike. Get a little aggressive there at the end of the first half. Keep the pressure on. Now we got a penalty. Looks like
Might
there's
be roughing the passer, if not holding.
if this is roughing the passer, you got to be 15. You might want to bring out the old field goal unit, Mike.
So we look to the middle of the screen for a call. Roughing the passer.
Oh,
it is.
that's okay. So you're gonna move it up, Mike. This is gonna go to the 22-yard line, and that's gonna be a 39-yard field goal for Brad Masella.
Well, we know a field goal is pretty important in a Wadsworth-Hudson game in 2019, and maybe we'll show you that right after the half, because we didn't know we were going to possibly have a
I think you got to
field goal
kick it,
attempt
Mike.
here.
You got to kick it.
Yeah, it'll be a if it's at the 22, it'll be a
Looks like they're gonna
40-yarder.
they're gonna throw it up there. Now, of course, Coach Goff does he have any timeouts left?
I think
No,
he
they're
should
going to try
have
the
2.
field goal. They're going
I
to try.
think
They're
he's
going to
got
bring out
2.
Masella.
So Brad Mazzella, number 98, coming out to attempt a 40-yarder
We got
here at the half.
keep an eye on this snap, Mike.
Both the first 2 were high. So very important. Hudson can make it a 2-touchdown game. And there it's up. It's got distance,
No
but
good.
I think it's going to be
Little bit
a little wide left.
Wide left.
And that will end the half. No penalties, but a good try by Mazzella. Now he knows he can make it from that distance. Just has to get a little more direction as we'll go to the half. Stay tuned for the halftime extravaganza, the marching bands. And then we'll be back for second half action on the Hudson Community Television Fleet Response Game of the Week.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
The Hudson Community Television Fleet Response Game of the Week is sponsored by Fleet Response, a specialized auto third-party administrator offering claims, safety, and compliance solutions. Audio-Technica, producing high-quality audio for everyone. Manufacturing headphones, turntables, and microphones, all while retaining the belief that great audio should be accessible to all. The Hudson Area Chamber of Commerce has a mission to create opportunities for members to build successful businesses while enhancing the quality of life in Hudson. Floridian Oasis Vacation Home is your family's 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom pool home located just outside Disney in Orlando, Florida. For more information, visit FloridianOasis.com. Victor Aerial Services, drone photography, video, models, and mapping for commercial, real estate, and construction. Don Patron's Mexican Grill. Come experience their authentic Mexican cuisine, located at 5835 Darrow Road.
Major David Selzer, color guard directors Vanessa Lloyd and Jessica Corset, and front ensemble coordinator Adam Quinn. This is the 2023 Wadsworth High School Marching Band. On the field, the band is led by drum majors Anna Wallace, Ethan Kuzmic, and Jake Robach. We begin tonight's heavy metal show with AC/DC. Lead guitarist Angus Young was asked to respond to critics that said all 11 of their albums sounded exactly the same. He said, "I'm sick of people saying that. In fact, we've made 12 albums that sound exactly the same." Their 1980 Back in Black album has sold 50 million copies. And tonight, Anna Wallace leads the title song. Here is AC/DC's Back in Black. What would a heavy metal show be without a song from Metallica? Tonight's Metallica's first selection sold 30 million copies worldwide. Despite it being based on the concept of childhood nightmares, NASA Mission Control would use it to wake up the space shuttle astronauts. We feature our company front formation and color guard performer Maddie Wademan as Jake Roebuck leads Metallica's Enter Sandman. When inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2009, Metallica played both Enter Sandman and our final heavy metal song. This Metallica song was the first heavy metal record selected by the Library of Congress for being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant, and remains the most played heavy metal song of all time. We feature color guard performer Sidney Busen as Anna Wallace leads our band in Metallica's Master of Puppets. We hope you enjoy tonight's heavy metal show. This is the 2023 Wadsworth Grizzly Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, led on the field by head senior squad leaders Sam Farabee and Max Nicewander, make some noise for the #1 band in the land, the 2023 Hudson High School Swing Marching Band. And tonight, we premiere our Friday night football show. We open this show with a 1966 single recorded by the soul duo Sam and Dave, written by the songwriting team of Isaac Hayes and David Porter, who came up with the title for this song spontaneously when Hayes was trying to get Porter to hurry out of the Stack Studios restroom and get back to songwriting. Reaching #1 on the Billboard Hot R&B Singles Chart, we open our show with the crowd favorite, Hold On, I'm Coming. Our next song takes us right to the top of the charts with a hit single from her 5th studio album with the same name, featuring our amazingly talented dancers. Here is Demi Lovato's Confident. This next song comes to us from the Jamaican singer Omni. He started writing the song back in 2008 when he woke up humming the melody, and it achieved massive commercial success during its 2015 release, reaching #1 on the pop charts in over 20 countries around the world. Featuring trumpet soloist Ryan Heckroth, alto sax soloist Charlie Ross, as well as a collaboration with our Varsity and Sparkle cheerleaders, watch as we turn up the lights with this chart-topping song, Cheerleader. Ladies and gentlemen, our Varsity and Sparkle cheerleaders. And now we bring our Friday night football show to a close with an Imagine Dragons anthem that has surpassed over 2 billion streams on Spotify since its 2017 release. Featuring our drumline and our world-famous band dance, get ready as the Swing Marching Band brings down the house with Believer. Ladies and gentlemen, the number one band in the land, the 2023 Hudson High School Swing Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Catherine Reed, assisted by John Burrington, dance line instructor Jennifer Kibler, and drum line instructor Lex Kohler. And now, if you purchased a 50...
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Hudson Memorial Stadium in Murdoch Field for second half action on the Hudson Community Television Fleet Response Game of the Week between the Wadsworth Grizzlies and the Hudson Explorers. It's 13-0 here. I'm Michael Rickman. Along with me is Matt Palumbo. Coach, tell us a little bit about that first half, and we'll show some highlights as you do that.
Yeah, it was as expected, Mike. I thought coming in here, the more physical team would have their way, you know, and Hudson obviously has been able to do that on both sides of the ball and really opportunistic as well, you know, with some of the turnovers. Of course, the Trey Sharp scoop and score for 6, the big penalty on the roughing the kicker. But, you know, I think Justin Todd is a great coach. He's one of these guys that really is good at making adjustments. So we'll see what he does or has in store for the Explorers here in the second half.
Yeah, we talked at the beginning of the 3 hours of the beginning, reinvigorated Hudson's offense, showing that kind of diversification we've seen there. Throw for about 100 yards here in the first half, 7-12. We saw Ludwig run 25 carries for 96 yards, and we saw Fontana, number 3, he caught 3 balls for 51 yards here in the first half. So a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Mm-hmm. For Wadsworth, we expected a little more out of the offense. Figueroa had minus 3 yards on a bunch of carries, and so that was surprising to us. And Hudson's defense has done a really good job of containing that resuscitated offense of Wadsworth.
They certainly have, and obviously Stack, the quarterback, has played very well. Has made a couple of big throws, and then running the ball. He's got 89 yards. He's their leading rusher by far. So it looks like Hudson wants to take away Figueroa and really kind of make Wadsworth play a little bit left-handed, as we call it, take away that number one option and then have that second option beat you, similar to what they're trying to do to Hudson here defensively as well.
Yeah, so just before the half, we had a 40-yard kick for a field goal attempt by Masella. Well, it was 2019, and the game was really tight like this late in the game. Hudson was down 3, and suddenly Hudson went for a long field goal attempt. So let's take a look at that.
Yeah, who could forget this one? The old Caleb Junko, who's actually the punter at Pitt, University of Pittsburgh now, and you could see that rocket.
It's long enough. It's good.
Yeah, we went crazy, Mike.
Go crazy. Go crazy, as Jack Buck said in 1987. Go crazy.
And that was really one of those moments I think people look at, certainly turned that season around, right? They went on to have a really great season, made the playoffs. And then, of course, the next year, a lot of those guys, those juniors that got the taste of playoffs, your Jacob Paultanis and such, Jackson Thomases, some of those kids had that great run in 2020, where they went all the way to the regional finals and gave Akron-Hoban all they could handle. One of the only teams to be undefeated through the regular season in Hudson history. So, but yeah, who could forget Caleb Junko? And again, Mike, he's doing great on scholarship at Pitt. He's punting for Pitt and playing in some big games in the ACC. And we're very, very proud of Caleb.
So hashtag Go ACC, and Caleb Junko just got a full scholarship this year.
He did, yeah. That's
Pitt. So that's
always
the announcement of that, and that was pretty cool to see that.
It's always a big thing for the whole family, Mike. It's a great accomplishment. A kid that walks on, and it's not easy. And he battled and did a great job and earned that scholarship, and it's something that he can always be proud of.
So hopefully for Hudson, it doesn't come down to that. Again, to have to win this game as they're up 13-0 here. So we get set for kickoff. Hudson in the Battleship Gray, or what did you had a name for them, the gray color.
The Storm Gray,
Storm Gray.
Like the what a great uniform, been around. They debuted in 14 against Strongsville. They've worn those uniforms against the likes of Ignatius, some big playoff wins. Of course, Warren Harding, the big win in 16 over Lynn Bowden to win the region. And great to see these uniforms. They love them. The kids love wearing them, and it's a special time.
And Wadsworth in the white with the red trim. And we kick off as Masella boots another one into the end zone. So Hudson just deciding they're just not going to let them have a chance to return. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Wadsworth at the 20. Will Stack at quarterback, number 3. The primary running back has been number 28, Kyle Figueray. He's been backed up by number 23, Gavin Madigan, who came up a little gimpy after a punt block attempt.
Mike, I think I would look for Coach Todd maybe to go a little bit back to that RPO, which has Stack reading that Will linebacker and basically give him an option. Because Hudson, again, been very aggressive in the run game, and that's where they can pull that ball and throw behind that second-level defenders. So maybe there's going to have to be some adjustments. They want to do quick game. They want to do the QB draw, and Hudson's been able to stuff them. We'll see what happens. They come out here in 21 personnel, 2 backs, 1 tight end.
So handoff is to Figueray, and Hudson immediately meets him after a gain of 2.
Yeah, good pursuit there from the backside. That looked like Teagan O'Gwyn scraping textbook linebacker play. Of course, there's always a staple, Mike, of Hudson's great defenses, that great linebacker play. Of course, Jake Brandy was a tremendous player in his own right. He's the defensive coordinator and coaches those linebackers now for Coach Goff.
So they gave him quite a few on that first play. The keeper by Stack up the middle. Hudson meets him at the 30-yard line. So they're close for the first down.
Yeah, so they come out pretty efficient. 2 plays, first down. You see Alex Romano, the big man, will come in and sub for Tommy Ricard. But a good start here for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Stack rushing the ball had 89 yards in the first half. Picks up another 5 there. Last week he had 51 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. Kyle Figueray had 27 carries for 172 yards last week, and the week before against Twinsburg he had 15 for 139 and 2 touchdowns.
There's that backside there.
And Hudson does a much better job of collapsing on it.
Just we gotta get that corrected though, Mike. That's
So if
that
we can-
backside end is just getting too nosy, too sneaky,
So-
too nosy.
If we can go, well, they're going to go quick again. I was going to do a replay with the telestrator. If we can go quick, maybe the next time they run that type of play, we can show you what we're talking about in collapsing on that side. So, so 2nd and 9 for Wadsworth. And stack keeper. He gets 1, maybe 2, and it'll be set up 3rd and 6 or 7 for Wadsworth.
And Wadsworth might coming out here big, right? They've had a couple of too tight personnel here, formational wise. Looks like they want to come out and run, puts them into 3rd and a long 6. Big play here early on, Mike.
So Wadsworth try to keep this drive alive as they down 13 with 9:45 to go in the 3rd quarter. Lots of time remaining in this game, but you want to take advantage of the opportunities when you can. Hudson, man-to-man, out in the corner there.
Oh, boy, what a great play
Hudson.
there by that young man.
So that's Madigan, number 23 again.
Did that all on his own. Again, just a nice job of getting north and south on the quick game. Got a nice block there and then converts the 3rd and 7.
So 1st and 10 for Wadsworth at the 43 as they take their 3rd set of downs on this drive.
Come out and empty. Yep, anytime
by
they've gone
Stack.
empty, this is what they've done.
And Hudson,
So
good
Hudson-
job.
They spread you out to run you up the middle, Mike. That's a staple in the Justin Todd offense. Of course, a few years ago, they had the kid Joey Bachman, who was had one of the greatest, really, offensive years in the history of Ohio high school football. We saw him out here play and just tore us up.
Romano, number 77 on the tackle. We say hi out to the family as they
We're gonna do it
good
again.
watchers. And Stack gets outside for a few. Tackled out of bounds. Looked like Ian Robb on the tackle.
Yeah, Mike. So when they spread you out, really, they're just trying to get – it's a numbers game. They want to get Hudson to get displaced out of that box, right, that box between the tackles. Take one of those edge defenders, spread them out to cover that slot, and then they kind of just run it right up the middle. You get a 5-man box. Again, this will bring it up 3rd and 4 early on here, 8 minutes and running in the 3rd quarter.
Figure gets up
Nice
the middle,
drive.
gets a run. Gets all the way down to the 40. A good run by Kyle Figure, and 1st down again for Wadsworth. Now they're inside of Hudson territory, really having a good drive. Hudson going to need to have the defense rise up a little bit here to slow this one down.
Good drive here to start. Again, they'll go empty. And they'll run the QB draw out of empty.
Hudson stretches it out. We may have a holding.
Yeah, we're going to get a
clip type penalty.
Looked like Brendan Funyak, 26, got grabbed there by one of the Wadsworth offensive linemen. Of course, Brennan, another one of those sophomores, doing a great job defensively. You get a look at it here.
There it is. But
Yeah, not sure
way
where.
late.
I didn't see it. I honestly didn't see it. So it'll bring up 1st and 20.
So back to the 50-yard line is Wadsworth as they'll try to make up some of that lost ground here on 1st down.
Oh, nice
Figure
play right there.
gets tackled after a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 18. Yeah, after Wadsworth plays Hudson this week, it doesn't get easier. They've got Nordonia next week, who's undefeated, 2-0 in the conference and having a great season so far again, as they're 5-0 and just ahead of Hudson in points in Region 5, Division 2.
Mike, that was a huge play. I don't know. I mean, Brendan Funyak may have saved a touchdown. He was the only guy left. He came up, made a nice shoestring tackle. That could have went for major yards.
So that little RPO is stuffed this time. And that's Tegan O'Gwyn, who had a huge game running back against Stowe a couple weeks ago when Ian Ludwig was injured. And number 82.
You can see it right here. Tegan comes with a nice blitz, uses his hands, right? Little dipsy-do move there on 66.
Shriver
for Wadsworth, yeah.
82 came out of the
Eli
game.
Kaufman was one-on-one, and Tegan did a nice job. So 3rd and long. Let's see what Coach Todd has in store here.
He goes with the
Run it right up
handoff.
the middle. He's got it. He might get it.
And he barrels his way all the way down to about the 33.
Yeah, they're going to go for it.
And that'll be 4th and 1. So one of the best runs of the evening for Wadsworth, and definitely the best run of the evening for Figueroa as he picks up 15. Sets up 4th and 5. They'll go for it. The quick out. Hudson got a man-to-man. Missed
nice
him.
Move.
And that's Madigan. And the scrum ends up at about the 23.
You can see Wadsworth has really come out here, Mike. You can hear the coaches. They're coming out with a lot of intensity here in this second half. That's about the 5th third down that they've converted to. Really nice little quick game. They get it out to the perimeter and they convert it for the first down. Madigan, really nice run.
Figueroa is stopped this time in the backfield.
That's Broski. Noah Broski comes off the edge with a really nice play.
So you talked about physicality in the first half in this game. Obviously, the intensity level has ramped up a bit
It really
after
has.
halftime. You can imagine that Coach Todd, in his 7th year with Wadsworth and over 50 victories at Wadsworth, probably tried to light the fire underneath them, and it's shown here in this first drive. And slant pattern over the middle is incomplete.
Oh, wow.
Too many hands.
Yeah, I think their feet got tied up a little bit.
It's Fritz.
That's Fritz Troutman.
Yeah, Fritz Troutman.
Get a good look at it here. That's that RPO we talked about. Yeah.
It's a good play action.
Their feet got tied up. One of those 50-50 plays there. They're going to mark it off half the distance to the goal line. That'll be a first down.
They're gonna should give them the whole 15.
Yeah, so what, 24-15 would have put them at the
9.
Yeah, so they go half the distance.
So 1st and 10. They can make one more first down.
Oh, that's a nice
does a
play
good
there.
job. It's Nathan Judy.
Now we're going to get a 15-yarder there.
For
Nathan
what?
Judy, just a little bit of extracurricular, I think, and that'll be a dead ball
Well, that's
on Wadsworth.
He was taking him out of bounds and made sure he was out of bounds.
No, I think they got it on 59 for Wadsworth for blocking after the whistle. And that should be a dead ball, so it should be 2nd down. But yeah, Nathan Judy right here made a great play on the edge.
So
Be interesting to see if it is dead ball.
they're still moving it. All the way back to the 27.
I guess it's not dead ball. They're going to call it still first down. Is that a dead ball foul? Okay, so it'll be 2nd down. They haven't changed it yet on the
It's still showing first everywhere. And there's a big run for Wadsworth. They get all of it back, and then
more.
a touchdown.
no go.
A 26-yard touchdown barrel by Figueroa. As he comes out on fire here in the second half. Wadsworth opens up a hole.
You
We'll
can
take
see
a
it,
look at
Mike.
it
Yeah,
again.
they're doing like what they call a nasty split, where they got this guy right there. They just seal. It's a power where they pull that backside guard. 65 does a nice job, and that looked like Cleveland Heights right there, Mike. That's the physicality we're talking about. We need to play physical there. Get them on the ground. They have to fight another day. Oh, that's huge. Yeah, that's a big one right there.
So number 42 for Wadsworth is Jack Dinwiddle. He misses the extra point.
That was Tommy Ricard, I think, the big man. We'll see him right here. He's going to come right here. Boom, that's where the block's going to be.
The big paw of Virginia Tech bound Tommy Ricard. So touchdown at 4:25 here in the third quarter. Big drive by Wadsworth.
It really was. That was a statement drive, Mike. I think Wadsworth coming out of the locker room again converted 5 or 6 third downs, which were huge. And then they went to that power running game, which they couldn't get going in the first half. First half was mainly quick game, bubbles, QB runs. They were really stuffed. Figure A had -3 yards in the first half, Mike, and they come right out, made some adjustments. Looked like what they did is they widened out that tight end and brought that H-back in between that tight end and the tackle and created another gap, Mike, and they exploited it.
Well, if you show us that, well, we got the kickoff coming. I'll try to demonstrate that on the telestrator, on the Mega Drawinator here as we go into second half action. But so kickoff by Wadsworth, now down 13-6. Hudson will need to answer. And it's caught. Run back. It's outside, down the 20-yard line. I believe that was Fontana. So we take a look at that touchdown run again.
Yeah, it's going to be tough from this angle, but it's going to be tough on that angle. But they wanted to hit that. You could see the gate.
That gap.
Yeah, that gap right there.
Yeah.
And essentially what they did is they brought another blocker over to that left side and created another gap, in which necessitated Hudson really to sort of adjust and cover that gap. And they just, you could see it right here, right in this area. They bring this guy right here. This is the gap they wanted to hear, and they kick out here. They pull this guy around the guard. They run a little power and just get going forward, and it's a big play.
So Hudson 1st and 10, their first possession of the second half. Go trips at the bottom of the screen. Peyton there is the quarterback, number 18. Primary running back, number 8, Ian Ludwig. You'll see a lot of him as you did in the first half. Picks up maybe 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
You got to give credit, Mike, to Wadsworth, that offense, right? They get that personal foul, right? They go back way beyond the sticks. 2nd and 25, and they come right back with the big run from Figure to make it a 1-score game.
So Nair with the keeper up the middle, gets a few.
That's going to be there, Mike. That's that inverted veer, where, again, they're pulling that backside guard, and they fake the outside zone to Ludwig. And when that happens, the defenses have to honor that. They fly to Ludwig, and that leaves it open for
3rd and short. Ludwig up the middle, gets the first and a few.
Yeah.
So that's safely over the first down marker. It's 1st and 10, about the 33. So next week, we'll be back on the air as Hudson will take on Brecksville Broadview Heights. The Bees will be coming in. And then we'll be on the following week as well as Hudson will play Nordonia. As Nair under pressure, throws it away.
Good decision there by Peyton. They tried to get that boot. They sniffed it out. Great job there by Sean Kincaid coming over from his outside linebacker spot. Sniffed it out and had that boot. They were trying to get the ball over to Nolan Tanner, and Peyton makes a good decision, gets it out of bounds.
We'll be on the air again October 6th with the Nordonia team coming down 91.
Yeah, they're having a good year.
Well, the next 2 weeks will decide pretty much this Suburban League National Division, with Wadsworth playing Nordonia next week and then Hudson playing Nordonia the following week as Hudson picks up a few.
Tegan O'Gwen, they go to the 2-back there, give him a carry.
Yeah, his first carry of the evening. Owen Hall also in, number 9. So 3rd and about 6. Big down for Hudson. They want to get the defense some rest as well as continue this drive as they need to try to answer that last touchdown from Wadsworth. And they're back, sideline pattern. Almost a great catch by Cade Fontana. Looked like his forward progress was a bit impeded, but no call on that side. It's near.
Yeah, Hudson will be forced. Great job there by Tyler Probst.
Ropes on the coverage.
5'9", 165-pound senior corner with a great job running in phase, as they call it, Mike, with Fontana.
Yeah, good punt again. Rolls all the way down the 20 and covered there.
It's a big series right here, Mike. Big series. The Wadsworth offense is feeling it. Win that last drive, get the ball back. Hudson's defense forced to come back out.
Yeah, that was Ian Ludwig punting the ball
Ian,
there.
Okay. Can do it all.
Cross, hockey, punting. Maybe you can play soccer too then with that kind of punt. Foosball. So Region 1, Wadsworth behind St. Ed's, Kent McKinley, Wadsworth at the 3, so in Region 1, Division 1. And at Hudson with the sack as they're now slowing down that stack keeper. And they'll set up 2nd and 11. Just behind Wadsworth is Cleveland Heights, who Hudson saw a few weeks ago. And Jackson, a resurgent Jackson program, 4-1. It must be their defensive coach, good friend of mine now down there.
Oh, that was a great play.
Hudson, good job as they blow up the wide receiver screen. That's number 26, Brendan Funyak. I always liked Funyuns. Did you like Funyuns?
I love them. I still love them. I might even have some here with me.
Your little bags tucked underneath the
Who doesn't love
table
Funyuns?
here.
I mean, they're phenomenal. I think they're good for you too, right? Aren't
There's
they?
all kinds of good nutrients in those Funyuns. They're chemically enhanced. They gotta be, right?
Big play here, Mike. They're going to go motion here. QB draw. Oh,
he's
goodness.
got room again.
Just
Going to be
ridiculous.
Got the first down at the
Wow,
30.
you got to give credit. I mean, they spread you out, man, and they're just running underneath. A big, huge conversion there for Wadsworth.
Will Stack.
Hudson really struggling to get off the field here on 3rd down in the second half.
Will Stack with a big run. He's got well over 100 yards now this evening. So up the middle, power runs.
One of the things, Mike, we what I've seen, I think the Hudson defensive line playing at a really high level, but one of the things they got to work on is they just get way too deep into the backfield, and you can over penetrate in some cases. And there goes Figueroa just
Figueroa is a
imposing his will right now.
Back. Gets out to the 45. First down, Wadsworth.
And they're just right now, Mike. This is a heavyweight fight. A couple rounds here. They're just getting into it.
Quick out up to the 50. 1st and 5 is Wadsworth doing to Hudson what Hudson would do to other teams.
Yeah, that's right.
Speeding the tempo up, getting play off in less than 13 seconds.
That's right.
Getting those 5 and 7 yard gains and just moving the sticks. And a play action, Stack goes outside, and he's brought down short of the first down by a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and 3. Ian Robb on the tackle. And that ends the third quarter.
Quick
just like
one.
that. Those are the old days. Run the ball the whole half and get off the field. So we'll take a quick break here before 4th quarter action. Hold on to your seats as it's Wadsworth and Hudson on the Hudson Community Television Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fleet Response, and they are usually great 4th quarters when Wadsworth's in town.
The Hudson Community Television Fleet Response Game of the Week is sponsored by Fleet Response, a specialized auto third-party administrator offering claims, safety, and compliance solutions. Audio-Technica, producing high-quality audio for everyone. Manufacturing headphones, turntables, and microphones, all while retaining the belief that great audio should be accessible to all. The Hudson Area Chamber of Commerce has a mission to create opportunities for members to build successful businesses while enhancing the quality of life in Hudson. Floridian Oasis Vacation Home is your family's 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom pool home located just outside Disney in Orlando, Florida. For more information, visit FloridianOasis.com. Victor Aerial Services, drone photography, video, models, and mapping for commercial, real estate, and construction. Don Patron's Mexican Grill. Come experience their authentic Mexican cuisine. Located at 5835 Darrell Road.
Welcome back to Hudson Memorial Stadium in Murdoch Field for fourth quarter action. Wadsworth driving 3rd and 3. Pass over the middle, slant wide open. The end zone, 10-5, tackled at the 5.
That's that
First
RPO,
down.
Mike. We talked about it half. I thought they'd come out and try to do it, especially after establishing that run game, that power run game. You get those nosy, the linebackers and DBs stick their nose there in the backfield trying to support the run, and then they go right up over the top.
As once again, number 19, Ryan Keaton with a huge catch on the slant. And there's the Figure tiptoeing his way into the end zone. Touchdown. So Wadsworth will have a chance to tie this game. They may go for 2 here. We'll see how much of a gambler Mr. Todd is. It's Wadsworth.
Yeah, just
boom, boom, boom.
Hat on a hat. That's old school football right there.
And number 26, Brennan Funyak, missed the tackle.
See if Tommy
right over him.
Tommy Ricard can do this again, get back there and get one of those big paws up on.
So Dinwiddie tries it. It's up. It's good. And we're tied.
We're all tied up, Mike.
Tied with 11:34 to go as Wadsworth drives down the field and scores the game-tying touchdown to make it 13-13.
You can see that big play if we can pull it up on replay, the big pass play coming out of the first or coming out of the end of the third quarter, first play of the fourth quarter. You can see what I'm talking about. Maybe we'll put it up on the old draw straighter.
Put it on the draw straighter. Mega draw straighter. So we run it back and freeze it.
So you can see, Mike.
Hold on.
Yeah, right here on this RPO, we're trying to get this second level to really, as they fake this run, to kind of come up, and then they want to hit the big play over the top, and that's what they're able to do. Great job by the quarterback, Stack, and that's what he does. You can see it right here. Fakes the run, just hits on the post there inside. That inside receiver, and really, really well-designed play. And really, that comes off of, again, Mike, you start to get that power running game going. It sets up so many other things for you offensively.
So some of the other inductees tonight, as we're starting to run out a little time, from the class of 1991, varsity letters in tennis, basketball, and softball for Marcella McNeil. So congratulations to Marcella.
Oh, that'll be big. Oh, that's a touchback.
Touchback. Hudson will start at 20. Also, Hudson boys track and cross country coach for 16 years, including the 2001 state championship, along with 5 district and 3 regional cross country titles and 4 district titles in track and field, is Coach Rod O'Donnell. Congratulations to Coach Rod. Next one, 4-year letter winner in track and field, cross country, and was a 2-time team MVP in cross country.
Snap it.
Was Anderson Smith from the class of 2000. Congratulations, Anderson. So Hudson 1st and 10 from
brand
the 20.
new ball game, Mike, is what we expected, Michael.
So it's all about who wins this quarter. Hudson starts with a little down-in pattern. You know, we haven't seen the XYZ banana very much tonight. They threw that one about 3 or 4 times last week, and it was good to see. It's where Peyton rolls out to his right.
Yeah.
And I think there's space over there.
That's the old Gruden play. Let me tell you something, man, about the Spider White 2 banana, man.
So Hudson 2nd and 5. Ludwig looking for some room, tries to get outside, cuts back, but just not
doing
there.
Such a great job of running to the football, Wadsworth, this second half.
So that's going to set up 3rd and 5, and Hudson needs a positive offensive player to get their momentum back. And football's a game of momentum,
really
just like
is.
basketball. And right now, Wadsworth, it's all been Wadsworth's second half.
It really has. You can see they've just come out with purpose, and with the purpose of being physical on really both sides of the football. But we've got time here to answer it.
So right up the middle. Not going to get
kick it away,
anything.
man.
So Hudson 3 and out is not what they wanted on this drive. And so they're going to come out and punt again. So number 11, Tyler Probst back for.
Whoa!
And the punt is off, and it's good. And rolls very nicely down inside the 40, down to the 36, and that's where Wadsworth will take over. But Hudson's defense, with 9:49 to go, needs to find a different gear, one that can get them off the field. And we'll take this quick second also to congratulate class of 2003, Wesley Smith, another honoree tonight, cross country. Regional titles in 01 and 02 and a state championship in 01. He was the Ohio State Athletic Association state cross country individual champion in 02. Captured a pair of state track titles in the 3,200 meters in 01 and 02. 1st and 10 for Wadsworth. And the little option gets outside. Hudson allows a big gain again by Figueroa. Figueroa having a huge second half tonight.
Yeah, this is quick option, right? They leave the option off of the end man, the line of scrimmage. Just a nice job by Figueroa with a little bit of a juke there. Turns it into something.
So Stack on the outside carry. Hudson
I'm not
does
sure
a good
what we
job.
got. We're going to have something.
Might be a hold.
That referee threw that flag like 40 yards. So
Good
we'll
carry
see.
on those flags, with the weighted sandbag in them. Officials timeout. We have a
Got
player
two players down. Player down for both teams.
Looks like maybe a cramp for the Wadsworth player. Looks like number 85, Colin Levitt. Hudson player's number I can't read. Well, he's starting to get up. With some assistance. It's number
that's
31.
Broski.
Yeah, Broski. That would be a big loss on the
big loss,
defensive side. So just finishing with Wesley, he joined his brother at North Carolina State, where he was a 4-time All-8 #ACC honoree and a 4-time academic All-American. So congratulations to Wesley Smith. Also an inductee tonight, earned 7 varsity letters for the Explorers in field hockey and lacrosse, and was Hudson's Female Athlete of the Year in 2001. 2-time MVP and 2-time first-team All-Ohio selection in field hockey. She continued her field hockey career at Ohio State, where she was a 4-year letter person and helped the Buckeyes win the 2001 Big Ten regular season and tournament championships. Congratulations.
We got Lyman downfield there.
To Cammie Trainer. Cammie Trainer is Wadsworth with a really nice first down and long play.
Yeah, that was at RPO again, Mike, but they did have 3 or 4 of their linemen actually downfield when that's happens oftentimes when you run that RPO.
So handoff. Hudson prevents the first down, but it's going to be 3rd and short again for Wadsworth. It's Figueroa again. Gets it down close to the first down, 3rd and 1.
Sure, this will be in 4-down territory here. Wadsworth really having their way this second half offensively.
Figueroa up the middle, gets the first down. Inside the 42 to the 41. So Hudson's going to need to bolster up and become stalwart here. It's 1st and 10 for the Wadsworth Grizzlies, who just out-physicaled Hudson in the second half. As there's a quick out, and that's got to be like a clip or something, blocked from behind. No call. So first down play gets them another 7 or 8 close to the first down, and it is a first down. So 8:24 is Wadsworth systematically going down the field. As this time, though, Figueroa is stopped, shoved to the ground by Colin Bachman.
Nathan Judy also on the tackle there, Mike. And I believe Judy's moved inside there to the middle from the outside for the injured Noah Broski.
So 2nd and 10. Wadsworth looking to get some points on this drive, and the clock getting down.
Really weird. That's a very generous spot there for the Grizzlies.
So handoff to Figueroa. He stopped again, maybe a gain of 1 or 2. And that's set up a 3rd and long. And this is where Hudson has had struggles all night, is on 3rd down.
That was Boffman again there, Mike. Really having a great game. And Parker Jenks, I believe they're on defense, number 62.
So Hudson.
This will be 4-down territory, don't you think, their partner?
Yeah, I think they're outside field goal range, so you're going to want to have to go for it. So you're looking for a 4 or 5 here. Figueroa up the middle. He's stopped. Hudson does a good job that time. It'll set up 4th and 5. And Wadsworth tonight has done a good job on 4th downs. Had that huge 4th down pickup a couple drives ago that kept that first touchdown drive going. And we have an injured player coming off for Hudson. Looks like
Nolan Tanner. You can see
Tanner, yeah. That's the 2nd time I think this evening he's come off a little. So we have a stoppage of play. I don't know if Hudson called a timeout or if it's an injury timeout.
I don't know.
Both.
Somebody had to call timeout.
Well, it's still showing 3 for both teams. 6:55 to go. 4th down and 6 for the Grizzlies. I can comfortably say that it is the biggest play of this game so far.
Yeah, Mike, I think they'll go to, they're going to go back to that run pass, the RPO. They really like running Figueroa into the boundary here to the bottom of the screen. They've got 2 receivers at the top of the screen.
Come on,
Looks like they're going to try to get to that edge.
Play action going to the end zone. Caught. No. Yes, caught at the 3. What a catch. Both defender and receiver battling for that football. We'll take another quick look at this play before the next play's run, just to show you how good a catch this was. Just kind of up for grabs.
Yeah, you couldn't have any better coverage than that.
Troutman all over it, but couldn't knock it down. And now Wadsworth stack goes into the end zone untouched. And now Wadsworth in control, up 20, 19-13 with 6:31 to go. So Coach Goff will need to go in his bag of tricks and come up with a drive that gets the ball moving up the field as time starts to become critical here. You see the extra point attempt will be by Dinwiddle. Coach Goff in his 8th year with over 60 wins. The extra point attempt is no good, wide right. So Hudson can take the lead with a touchdown and an extra point. As we talked about special teams at the beginning of this game, Coach. Yeah, and we've seen a lot of interesting special teams play tonight. We've had, 3 missed extra points. We've had a blocked extra point. We've had a penalty on the
it's been a big part of the game here, Mike. We knew it would be. It's a third of the game, and that's why these teams, every team at every level of football practices those special teams. But, Mike, we're down here. 19-13, 6:31 to go. It's been all Grizzlies here in the second half. They've had 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. Hudson will look. This is always, I used to say, Mike, this is the great momentum has an opportunity to switch the momentum right here immediately on a kickoff return. So if they can get this ball, get it out to the 37. That's what we always used to try to get that ball out. It increases your ability to score. See if they give a chance. This will be Trey will have a chance.
Catches that at the end zone. He's coming back. Gets out to the 25.
Yeah, good return. Very good kick. So they'll take over 1st and 10 here at the 25. It'll be Peyton Neer and company.
Cade Fontana on the return. 25-yard return out to the 25. And so Hudson 1st and 10. As we go quickly here, the next inductee started field hockey across. 4-year letter winner and 2-time All-League selection in field hockey. In lacrosse, she really excelled going to Syracuse, where she was a 2-time team captain and an All-ACC pick. She played professionally in the United Women's Lacrosse League. So congratulations to 2011 class member Mallory Vihar.
Yeah, the Vihar family. Yeah, you remember them, Mike, Zach Vihar.
Yeah, because I
Gabe.
mispronounced it then, and I'm still mispronouncing it.
Some great football lacrosse players, Zach Vihar
and incomplete.
Griffin Vihar.
Griffin, yeah.
And Gabe Vihar. All really great lacrosse. And Gabe Vihar, tremendous long snapper on that 2014 team. And his brother Zach was a great athlete. Had the pleasure of coaching him at D-tackle for a couple of years.
So 3rd down now for Hudson at 5. They can't afford a 3-and-out here. Their defense has been on the field nearly the entire second half. Hudson with just their 3rd possession, and they've run only maybe 10 plays. So quick slant over the middle. Good play to
Nathan Judy.
He's still on his feet, still stumbling, bumbling down. There's refs even in on the play now.
Wow, look at that. That'll get
momentum.
the crowd going. That should get the bench going. That's a sophomore right there, ladies and gentlemen, trying to ignite this Hudson offense.
So the sophomore, Judy, with a huge catch. He's had some great defensive plays as well this evening. And there goes up the middle. Ludwig gets maybe 4, maybe 5. That's a good 1st down play. So Hudson 2nd and 5. Inside Wadsworth territory the first time in probably since the first half.
Again, they're selling out Mike to Ludwig. Good time for Peyton Neer to run.
Good call, Coach, as he gets up the middle, gets it outside. Got the 1st down, dragged down. 1st down, Hudson. Number 23, Madigan, who's played a lot of minutes tonight. Been involved in a lot of action on both sides of the football for Wadsworth. A good-looking sophomore player. Couple of good sophomores in this game, Judy and Madigan.
Yeah, obviously Funyak's played well. Castellarin for Hudson's played well.
So there's a quick wide receiver screen. Gets you a 4 or 5. Good play. Fontana on the side. So 2nd and 6 for Hudson. 4:46, plenty of time for Hudson on this drive. So go to the cards. Take a second to catch their breath. This drive has been exhilarating, to say the least, Coach.
It has, yeah. So it's been a good time to exhilarate Ludwig into the end zone. Let's do that. How's that sound?
They're rolling. Caught.
Oh, a great catch. Great catch, great throw. That's Louis Castellarin. Again, oh, the guy is coming from 50 yards away.
How does he make that call from there? That is ridiculous if you're going to make a call from the other side of the field. Now, he may be right. I don't think he was, but I don't know how you overturn the guy who's 5 feet away. Well, that's just the way it is. So it'll set up 3rd and 6. This is 2-down territory for Hudson. Before we get fined here in the booth.
I'm not saying anything.
So big play again for Hudson.
They're in 4-down territory, Mike.
Play action there. Gets outside. No, he doesn't. So it'll be 4th and 7 for Hudson. Hudson still has 3 timeouts. 4:22 and counting as he was kept in play. And this is Hudson's biggest play offensively of the game. They could really use pull one out here. Nair rolls, blitz. Nair stumbles and throws as he fell down. They're going to call him down at the 42 instead of the incompletion. Not that it makes a big difference on the number of yards. And Nair is down. As we watch this again, he just stumbled and fell. So it's going to be Wadsworth ball, 4 minutes to go. Hudson with 3 timeouts as we reset this for you. As they take a look at Peyton down on the ground. Our final inductee tonight, as we try to get these in, the biggest of them all, in size, that is, as well as also a stellar high school and college career. 3-time all-conference selection in football. Also earned 3 letters in wrestling for the Explorers. He was captain of the 09 football team and was named the offensive MVP that season as well. Not bad for an offensive lineman who went on to a standout career at Kent State and then who played in a record 50 games for Kent State, was a 3-time All-Mid-American Conference #MAC action selection. He was drafted in the 3rd round of the 2013 NFL draft by the Jets, 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 and had a 9-year NFL career playing with the Jets, the Buffalo Bills, and the Arizona Cardinals. Welcome back to Hudson, class of 2009's Brian Winters. And that's this year's Hall of Fame inductee class. As Wadsworth, 1st and 10 from the 42 with 4 minutes to play. And they go to Figueroa. He's down. Hudson letting the clock run here for now. 2nd and 8. Coach, I like to see, like, with this much time left, you take that time out after 3rd down so that time before the punt and all that, you don't lose that as they set up for that. They're going to take a minute or so off between these 2 plays. You just want to slow the clock running down, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to work that clock, and it's called milking. They're going to milk it, right, snap it with a couple seconds left on the 40-second clock.
Stack up the middle. He stopped after
Hudson might
1
get
or 2.
They're saving their timeouts.
2nd and 6. So don't forget, after the game, we'll have a short recap and talk about the Olympic Awards Hudson Player of the Game. For Wadsworth, if we were picking one, obviously Figueroa's had a huge game. Stack has had a huge game.
Very impressed with both of those young men. Stack has done a great job. Figueroa, obviously, huge second half. They were in motion there.
Stack cuts it back and he trips over.
Now they might get a timeout.
As number 26, Brennan Penyak, makes the tackle as he comes up and blows that play off, and Hudson does call the timeout. 2:39 to go, so plenty of time for Hudson. They can score quickly, get their offense moving.
Take a look, Mike. If Nair, obviously was hobbled a little bit there on that last 4th down. If he can't go, that'll mean Nathan Judy, 16, will come in, I believe, as the backup quarterback for the Explorers.
So a big play for Hudson, 4th and 6 from a defensive possession perspective.
Like this one of these times,
they really need to make this 1st down, and they can put Hudson away.
This is one of those situations. So few people do it anymore, but I really like the two safety look here on a punt return. Put 2 guys back there. They're not going to do a fake, right? They're pressed for time. They're just going to try to get the ball out cover more of the ground, unless Hudson's going for the block. Set up a return, get those two deep safeties so you can cover this ball.
So Hudson gets some space, but not quite enough, and called for the fair catch, but the ball goes out at about the 30.
So we'll see, Mike. Let's see who's coming out for the Explorers at quarterback.
So Hudson will take over at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. They've got 2 timeouts. Remember, the clock will stop on first downs to reset, as well as incompletions and out-of-bounds plays. So plenty of time from the 27 for Hudson. They just need to get positive movement on each play. You can use the middle of the field. Quite frankly, the way Wadsworth has stacked the box all night, that 15-yarder over the middle. And Nathan Judy at quarterback, the sophomore coming in. He scrambles. He's going to run. He's tripped up. That's not a helpful first play of the series, as it'll be 1st and 13.
You always have more time than you think, Mike. It's one of those things. It's not, not time to panic.
Now 1:57 to go. Hudson, again, it's about positivity here. You want to get the ball moving downtown.
Nair's back in there.
Nair looking downfield over the middle. Caught. That's a good play. They need to go fast here now. It's 3rd and 2 for Hudson.
Louis Costello, and again, they gave him the first. It looks like they're moving those chains.
Very generous. Must be Atlantic Coast Conference refs. Quick out.
Turn it up.
Pick up some positive yards. Get out of bounds. Stops the clock. Nathan Judy, who's had a huge game. One of our nominees for the Olympic Awards Player of the Game, along with Brennan Funyak, number 26. Number 5, Colin Bachman, both on the defensive side tonight. Hudson going fast. Nair, quick out. Judy again. Picks up 4 or 5 and gets him across the 50. 1:24 to go. Hudson hasn't had to use a timeout yet. It'll be 2nd and 7. Maybe 2nd and 6 as they move the stick. And they're doing a good job with the short pass game here. Looks downfield a little bit. He's got room to run. Gets out of bounds. Ooh. It's number 5, Zach Wise with the push out after a gain of 3 or 4, and it'll set up 3rd and 2. Big 3rd down play. 1:17 to go. Hudson down to the 45-yard line. A nice spot there. So it's 3rd and 1.
Yeah, so obviously got to get a conversion here, Mike.
Well, you got 2 plays to get 2 yards, but you got to get them. The old adage, it's only 2 yards, but it seems like a long way. And they go with Ludwig up the middle. He pounds his way down.
Teagan O'Gwynn, Mike.
Oh, Gwynn in?
Yeah.
And he gets down to 35 with 1:10 to go. The clock will stop for the first down. Hudson can go fast here. Judy back in. Clock is still stopped as they reset the chains and the football. 1st and 10 from the 35. That's in there, back. That's quick out. And
get a timeout right now.
Nolan Tanner unable to go very far, and you're right, as Coach Goff calls the timeout. Jeff with the timeout. We're going to take 1 second here and send our prayers and thoughts out to the Curator family on the passing of Will Curator, who played for Hudson back in the early 2000s, around 2000, 2001, 2002. And Will passed away about a week ago. His brothers both involved in athletics here at Hudson High School, and family a long time. Hudson residents, to the family, we wish the best. A chance to stop by. I know Ben Harrington was there, and Caniglia was there, and we appreciate seeing them there. And first time I'd seen Ben in a while, along with some other Hudson families that some people I hadn't seen in a while. the Hefners. I don't know if you knew the Hefners, but they'd driven in from New Jersey, and Don had been a longtime supporter of the football program, doing equipment and keeping track of that stuff. And so Matt and Bobby are doing well, living in the New Jersey area as well. So thoughts and prayers for the family this weekend.
So, Mike, the place to attack right now is the middle of the field deep.
Down there's got to stay on his feet right now. He dumps. Good dump. Ooh, good hit.
Yeah, that was good.
So third down, Tegan O'Gwyn, 45 seconds. Hudson
So
uses their last
Hudson.
time
That's the
out.
last one. So, Mike, what it looks to me is that Wadsworth really kind of in something called two-man is the best I can describe it. So they're manned up underneath, and then they've got two high safeties over the top. So typically in any kind of cover two, you're splitting the field in half with two safeties that you really, and those guys are on the hashes. If you can attack that middle of the field, either with some kind of post, a post pattern, which is an in-breaking route, a dig is an in-breaking route. Those in-breaking routes should be there. That's where I would be attacking, but obviously they've got to get this first down. And I don't know if Ian Ludwig is banged up again. We haven't seen him on this drive.
So Hudson coming out here, third down. They got 2 downs to get this first down. You want to make sure you're going, but you also now have to really worry about the clock because you've used all your timeouts. There, drops back, under pressure, dumps, gets it out. First down, Hudson, and out of bounds.
Great job there. Again, that's so O'Gwyn. Great job there by Peyton. A lot of poise. You got plenty of time, guys. The ball is out of bounds. The clock is stopped.
So I think that was Nolan Tanner, number 6 on the catch, and got out of bounds for the first down, right? Does that look like Tanner?
Great job there by Peyton, really. A lot of poise to step up in that pocket.
So first down and 10, 25-yard line, 38 seconds. Wadsworth has a bunch of timeouts, but they'd rather see the clock tick as pressure on over the middle.
That's where it is, Mike. That's where we got to throw the ball.
That's what you're talking about is that area of the field.
Yep.
If you look down here, you want this gap here as we freeze it. Yep, so you want that gap there, right, that you're
just tack the middle of the field because those safeties on the deep safeties are really on the hash. So any kind of in-breaking route's going to be there.
So Nair rolls, looks downfield, throws across his body. It broken up, almost picked off, which would have been the end of this game. And it's now 3rd and 10 from the 28. The other, that's where we used to talk about that tight end down the middle play, right? You release the tight end down the middle, and nobody's looking for him. With the spread offenses, you don't really have that guy available to do that on the line. So this is where the Beasts of Burden got to give Peyton a little time. 3rd and 10. Hudson, 2 plays left.
They're going to bring again. They're rushing 3.
Yeah, right over the middle there. Over the middle, incomplete.
Looks like there was some kind of miscommunication there. I don't know what we're doing there. I think maybe just weren't on the same page. It looked like the receiver went out and Peyton thought he was coming in, but still got another chance here, Mike. 4th down.
So 24 seconds to go. Peyton Air has 1 play. Coach Goff needs to come up with that play that's going to work. A lot of pressure from Wadsworth. You could run a draw.
I'd like to see just a post here. Right to the middle of the field.
Down the middle. Ball rolls around and incomplete. Great job by Wadsworth's defense.
That's where they were trying to go. That was the place to go.
So with 19 seconds to go, Wadsworth's going to put this one in the...
Take a look at it here on the replay.
Just a lot of guys in coverage.
Yeah, a lot of 3 guys there. Just tough. Wow, you got to tip your cap to Wadsworth. How they came out in the second half, really, on both sides of the football.
So Wadsworth will take a timeout as they celebrate quite a bit. Don't want to get hit with a penalty, so they're going to Let's take a couple knees here with 19 seconds to go, probably just one. We want to thank our sponsors again this evening for a terrific football game. Farinacci Pizza, Olympic Awards Player of the Game will announce in the Floridian Oasis, a vacation home is your family's 5-bedroom, 5-bath pool home located just outside of Disney. Audio Technica, thank you as usual for the great sound systems that we have here. The Hudson Chamber of Commerce, the Friends of Hudson Community TV, and of course the Hudson Community Television Game of the Week brought to you by Fleet Response. And of course the great food we had this evening from Don Patrons. Enjoyed those tacos and definitely the Sunday at halftime. So Wadsworth will take a knee here, and they're going to put away an excellent football game as the number 3 ranked team right now in Division One.
A lot of
Region
computer
1.
points there for the Grizzlies.
And Hudson showing it's a very good football team, but the momentum in the second half was all Wadsworth, and they put away the victory 19-13. We'll be right back with the Olympic Awards Player of the Game, the recap of this game, and talk a little bit about next week's game against Brooksville Broadview Heights.
I adopted Vento in